Hello there, welcome back to Flow Music. We are so glad to have you here today. My name is Kweko Ohenijan and I will be teaching you today on Flow Music. Alright, today we are learning how to create the flyer you saw on your screen previously. That is this one. Yeah, that one. We are going to learn how to create this simple flyer for a church service. Okay, so this is actually meant for maybe a prophetic encounter, a church service, or whatever service that you want to use it for. Like I always say, you are the designer. You decide what to do with your designs or whatever. Okay, so quickly let us jump over to our screen that we are going to be using today. As you can see, there have been a few upgrades, so there's always a reason for why we are away for a while. Okay, so no matter how much we are away, we'll still be around posting and keeping you up to date on what is going on in the UD. Alright, let me just get the screen ready. And okay, so as you can see, we have our screen over here. This, I just logged into my Photoshop, that's why it's showing this. Anyway, so as you can see, we are going to be creating this flyer over here. Okay, so first of all, we are going to create new. Sorry, it fell on my other screen. So we are going to create new, and create new, we want to have our width at 10, our height at 10, and our resolution as 300. It should be set in centimeter, not inch. If not, you get the high resolution thing that you did. So with that, we'll create it. Now I actually don't remember the fonts that I use for this one, so I just need to check very quickly. Okay, so I use Go Bold regular. You can also, someone who may also copy from you, and you may know that, yeah, you have also been an inspiration to someone. Just someone has been an inspiration to you. So quickly, let us go back. So like I was saying, the font that we use for this design is called Go Bold. It's up here, so try and download it. It's available. So we are just going to type in Prophetic. Now we are going to be attaching the original design, so I want us to take a look at the original design. Just a second. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just going to search for the design over here. So type in the Prophetic. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the one I used for this particular design, so we are going to be using this duplicate to do that. So we're just going to duplicate the layer into this design. So now we have it here. Now we place it behind the design so we can see our text, which is the Prophetic. So now we just want to make sure that our prophetic is scaled the same way that we can see it on the design. Okay, so now we'll just try and shift it down this way. And now, as you can see, the text is longer, so we are just going to hold down our shift and just spread it out like that. So as you can see, we have like what you're seeing on the screen right now. I don't know, but the laptop is acting funny today, so okay. So now what we are going to do is that we are just going to duplicate this prophetic text that we can see here onto the encounter. So we are just going to shift it like this, and then we're just going to re-edit and type in encounter, and as you can see, it fits perfectly, no necessary adjustments. And I've duplicated that too, so you can bring it down and then you type in service. So now that we have this, of course you want to figure out how to do the picture part. Don't worry, we'll get there. But now we have our prophetic encounter service text. So what is left for us to do right now is to enter the text accordingly, as we can see on the screen. So we are just going to take our text tool again, and we are just going to write the location. The location should be in the same chronological order that is on the flyer, but it doesn't have to be the same location because it can be different churches. So with this one, it says so this one, it says at First Love Center Bawe. Okay, I couldn't see what I was typing, so Bawe Bule. So when you type it in this order, then you can just minimize it or transform it down and then scale it here. So we're just going to be using this to scale. So now it's always best to put the text that you are transforming in a different color so that you can actually see what you're doing. So any color is actually good as long as it's not the color that you're transforming in. So I couldn't use white because white would also distract me with the background. So we're just going to put the art here, and then we're just okay. we are just going to shrink it like this, and then take it up. So I'm just going to change the spacing to 10. Okay, maybe 12. Yeah. It doesn't have to be the same, at least a little difference will be okay. So when you're done with that, then you can just turn off the pictures layer. And then you can turn this into you can change this back to its color, which is black. Pardon me if the other things are appearing on the other screen, because I use the other screen a lot more than here. Alright, so now that we have this, if we turn on our Prophetic encounter service, it looks something like this. Okay, but don't worry, when we have all the elements, it will look like an actual flyer. So now, to identify the color being used in this flyer, we are just going to take our eyedropper tool, and then we are just going to select that color. And I think I used 2 fonts for this, if not 2 then 1. So first of all, we are going to be trying SF Pro display, and that one was this, and then so then we have Saturday. Okay, so in this case, I think I made a mistake. It was supposed to be Sunday, but this Sunday, so it will be much shorter. And then you can, for this one, I used Nimbus. So Nimbus will give you that G thing. So let's see. If you don't believe me, GMT, I'll just change the spacing over here, and then you can see that the G is the same. So that font is called Nimbus Sans, NIBMUS, and then Sans. So if you still want like everything on the flyer the same, you can create the GMT text in a different format, then you can attach it to the 2 p.m. but because of time we're just going to do this. So we turn that into black, and now the box over here, we can just reselect the color. It's the same color, and then we'll take the rectangle box, so after that, fill the so I think it has a stroke, so let us get rid of that. So now the stroke is gone, and we can just turn off that. Now with your pastor, what's your pastor's attribute? For example, we have Prophet Kweko aka me, and so let's see, with Prophet keyword mails. And then now, yeah, okay, that's properly scaled. Okay, so let us type okay, so now that we have this, it's just left with this. So maybe if it's going to be live on Facebook or whatever, you can put it there. But if it's not going to be live on Facebook, then you can just ignore that part. So for that part, I'm going to go to the original design. The F Live, you will have to create it on your own, because this, like most of the F Lives that we use in our flyers, are not like from Facebook. We create them on our own, you know, with our own feel and what we want. So I'll just place it there, and then there we go. So now for the picture, okay, so let us grab one of my pictures and let us use it. So I'm just going to go to my flyer, my folder where my pictures are located, and then now I'm just going to duplicate that into this. Great. So now I want to be in this. I want to be in the text. So now we are just going to turn off the background, and we're going to drag it all the way down. We can activate the texts now, and you can see everything that is becoming visible. So prophetic. So that has taken up my head, but what about the other ones? So just duplicate it and create a clipping mask for each. Then service. So now, in order for you to get that effect whereby it's your head that's only showing, just grab your quick selection tool and select the head area. So when you do that and you press on the layer mask, you can see that it has selected my head out, and it looks like my head is popping out of the text. But there are some parts that I don't want, so black hides, white reveals. So we are going to just hide that part. I don't want it being seen in the text. Okay, so I literally forgot that there was an E there. Yeah, so that's good. So now that we have that, and then that is basically it. So when you're done this Sunday, then you just save it, then you get whatever. So your pastor's picture has to be like this or the, I wish I could show you the original, but any picture quite works as long as it has the head and everything, and just make sure that you just follow the steps. So I think that concludes it for today's teaching. I hope you've enjoyed this short tutorial, and please like, share and subscribe. And I just came online today and saw that we've hit 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for being with us throughout this challenging time, COVID and all, but in everything, give thanks. All right, so thank you so much. I love you all. Bye.